This is our discussion on Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I figured we should just do a live stream, as I was already planning on doing a video, and this is a lot fucking easier. So, anyways, Jake, say hi, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so I guess we'll start with, what do you think of the movie?
Should we just go with overall ratings at first?
Yeah, let's just do rating, and then we'll see what we go from there.
Alright, so I'm just gonna put a disclaimer. My rating scale is a lot more picky than Matt's. Matt's usually generous with this stuff. I'm not, so if mine's really low, I'm just picky.
Yeah, he's very selective when it comes to stuff. A lot more critical.
Yes. So, let's go. You give him yours first.
Okay, I'm gonna give it like an 8.5 out of 10. I was very impressed with the movie. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah. See, that's where mine comes in. Mine is a solid 7. Mainly, I don't think it's a perfect movie.
Oh no, it's not. Absolutely not. It has so much issues that we just brought up.
I don't even think a perfect movie would be on the scale, because
my favorite
movie is a 10 out of 10. I like Empire. It's the perfect movie.
Yeah,
Empire Strikes Back is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I will agree with that. It's one of mine too.
But
oh, here we go. All right.
Rise of Skywalker, however, had many plot holes, but it
had a lot of plot holes, and we're gonna get into that. There's also a lot of shit I just have minor complaints about. Both of us do. So,
right, so let's get into.
This is spoilers, by the way. We are going. Okay,
wait, no, let's do non-spoiler first.
All right. So, okay, so I'm gonna talk about. I would say. Again, the movie is really good. It's a must-see. If you hated The Last Jedi, go see this. Go give it a chance. Be open-minded. Oh, they ended a Christmas tree in my house in GTA. All right. But you know, be open-minded to this movie. Be optimistic. As it's not as bad as you would think. I've heard so much terrible shit about this movie, and I think there was even oh man, the Rotten Tomatoes score is fucking yeah. Briefly, it was about as bad as The Phantom Menace, which, if you ask me, that's just cruel. The audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is much better, but
Last Jedi has a better score than that.
Yeah, how the fuck does Last Jedi have a better score than this? Also, we're gonna be cursing a lot since Kappa and shit, and this is Star Wars, which can appeal to kids. I'm sorry, this is a podcast where we're just going to be talking about the movie. If our cursing offends you, I'm sorry, but Kappa is a big deal to me, and I don't want to get fined $40,000.
Get on this channel that we made called Movie Fanatics.
Yes, check it out, please.
Me and Matt will probably do. We don't really curse on that.
No, it'll be PG, but it won't appeal to kids. Yes.
If there is cussing, it'll be notified probably at the start of the video.
Yeah, if it's a movie or video game or an action figure that really pissed us off, there'll probably be a lot of explicit cursing. But I'm just gonna say you have been warned. We are very vulgar people, especially me. And of this video, and this is not pre-recorded or anything, or I'm gonna fucking swear a lot. And it's there's two things that really pissed me off with the movie that I'm gonna swear, because both those things didn't make any goddamn sense. And those, I think a lot of the people are gonna shit on, because both, I mean, at least the one that I know Jake knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't make any fucking sense. This is what you call, audiences did not like the original version, test audiences, so they remade that's the scene. They digitally added this thing into the movie. I'm not gonna say what it was, but, it wasn't, you know, like, a good idea, if you asked me. I don't think even doing this thing was a good idea, but...
I don't even think Ryan Johnson...
Ryan Johnson wouldn't even fucking do this, and it was a bad decision. Like, it's either you do this way or you do the other way. You don't do both. Okay, because they didn't pull it off right. I mean, but, you know, is what it is. Also, I'm just gonna let you guys know, Emperor Palpatine is not in this movie as much as you probably think he is. He's barely in it.
Villain. Or, well, he is, but...
He's the main villain of the movie, but he's not as important as you'd think. As he doesn't show up, really.
It's kind of just the last order, as they call it.
Final order.
Yeah, the final order.
Yes.
It's not really because...
He's the leader of them, though. But...
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean...
Or even the Knights of Ren, kind of, in this movie.
Yeah, they didn't do much, though. They looked...
I mean...
They sat there and looked badass, but... They didn't do anything, really. But, I mean... Palpatine is, I think, a good addition to this movie. I think he was good. He made sense. Ian McDermott steals the show, I think. Even if he isn't that amazing in it. Like, there's better performances he's had. Yet, I still think he is probably the best written character in this movie. Or at least the best acted.
I think it's Palpatine?
I think Palpatine has... I actually, now thinking about it, he doesn't have a great script, but you know what? He nails the performance.
He is... Honestly, he's so ugly in this movie, I kind of just wanted to jump on the screen and just bop him right in the head.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The guy's fucking ugly in this movie. I'm not even joking. And no, he's not a clone. No, he's not in another guy's body. This is old, raggedy Palpatine. I think we're allowed to say that. But... I'm trying to keep this as spoiler-free as I can, but, like, I don't know what would be considered a spoiler. Because if, like, think about it, this could be considered a spoiler, and it shouldn't be, because it's just what a character looks like.
Yeah.
Like, it's... I mean, I would be pissed off if I saw images of him, but you know what? I mean, that's only me, because I just want to see the element of surprise. Like, whenever he first showed up on screen, which is in, like, the first 5 minutes of the movie, I was, like, really hyped, you know, because it was like, oh shit, here he is, he's already here. You know, and it's kind of shocking, to be honest, but,
He is just as badass as always.
Yeah, he's really badass in this movie.
I don't think I should say... I think we should cut to the spoiler talk now.
Well, I want to just bring up, if you're thinking Kylo Ren is going to be a good part of this movie, you are mistaken, my friend.
I think the part he's in is really good.
The earlier on, I like him.
I think as far as... I think he's good, I don't think he's what he could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he wasn't written properly. And this is probably where we're going to get into the spoiler segment, so get the fuck out. Alright, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so anyway, I would hope you've either seen this movie or you don't give a shit, because this is where we're getting the spoilers. So anyway, I feel like they made him become like a hero too soon.
He should have been an anti-hero.
And they've even been kind of marketing him as that, but yet he isn't that.
Or maybe there could have been like an extra 10 minutes, or maybe this is a deleted scene that they just add in.
I don't know what the hell he did with the First Order, guys. Like, I mean, did he get fired, or did he quit, or was that still his army at the end of the movie? Because he just kind of disappears after that.
Why didn't it show Palpatine, like, talking to the Knights of Ren and everybody?
I don't fucking know. I mean, it's probably because of runtime. Honestly, this movie could have been a lot longer, if you ask me. I mean, it was already a decently length movie, I think. I think the length was decent. I just think they could have put in a little bit more detail. And then they probably would have made it a lot better and certainly a lot more interesting if they just kind of explained a lot more of the characters in this game, or in this movie, sorry, fuck. Some rappers throwing snowballs at me.
It's revealed in the movie that Palpatine is the most powerful Sith ever. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I think they mentioned that, and I mean it's not a shocker or anything.
I'm just happy.
Yet they were saying that they were saying that about Snoke earlier on. I mean, I like how they explain Snoke in this movie. You could actually, I don't know if you noticed this, but at the beginning of the movie, when Kylo Ren enters Palpatine's chamber or whatever, you can find Snoke's corpse inside of like a chamber. I don't know if he cloned him or.
There's like a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, well, he's probably cloned him several times.
There's whenever you can see Ben or Kylo Ren's headquarters, you can actually see Count Dooku's lightsaber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can see it with the hook or whatever at the end.
That's pretty cool. But I mean, I don't like how Han Solo was the one to make Ben become a light side character. I mean, I'm just saying it would have been more sense if it was Anakin, because I mean,
Obi-Wan.
I think Obi-Wan would have been a little bit more exciting and probably would have smacked a little bit of a sense in him, but I think Anakin would have been the ultimate choice, and if I would have wrote the movie, that's what I would have done, and that's, you know, what, you know, I think would have been the best decision. As that is Darth Vader, and this kid looks up to Darth Vader, you know, it's like, I mean, shouldn't that be the...
Are you talking about, like, Revenge of the Sith Anakin or Darth Vader?
I think it should have been Revenge of the Sith Anakin, probably. I think Anakin should have been the one to say, hey man, you know, I used to also be part of the dark side, you know, I agreed with them at first, but I realized they are the bad guys, and they are wrong, you know, and it's like, they're not right, they're not good, please,
Because Kylo's in the exact same shoes Vader was in.
Yeah, exactly, and I was thinking, I don't even think that scene should have been in the movie. I think he should have been, like, on the side of Palpatine at first, and then at the end he'd pull a Vader and he'd kill Palpatine to save Rey.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have made more sense, and also would have fit more in line with what J.J. Abrams did.
Would have saved the Resistance.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't even think this scene should have been in the movie, if you ask me. Like, I didn't like how it was handled. It was too early, I think. It was like, it was at the end of the second act, and it shouldn't have been that. Because he should have been a lingering threat till the end of the movie. And then he would die. Because, like, I mean, and also his death was handled so kind of mixed. Yeah, I felt mixed when it happened. It just like...
What's your feelings about Rey kissing Kylo? I thought that was kind of stupid.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
They were like worst
enemies.
Just,
and whenever it happened too, my whole theater was clapping and shit. It's like, I was like just sitting there crossing my arms. It was like, oh, God fucking damn it. It's like, why are you putting Reylo into this movie?
Driver, right?
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it, man. It's like, I mean, I bet he didn't mind it. But...
I bet he was like... And then they have to do the scene like over and over.
Oh, fuck. That would've been fucking funny, man. Shit. God, why does this guy keep fucking going after me? I mean, I killed him like once, right? Alright, anyway, It's just, I don't think it served any significance to the plot.
Like, and Ray walks out of it like it didn't even happen, too.
It was a fan service moment that I feel like didn't need to be in the movie.
Yeah, like how I said earlier, you guys didn't hear this, but I said Ben should have been the one who stayed alive. And I think Ben should have carried Ray's body to the Falcon, and the Falcon should have picked him up. And Ben should have been carrying Ray's body. I think that would have had significance because, you know,
yeah. I mean, it just feels like she didn't give two shits. I feel like she just did it just cause. It didn't serve any significance to the plot.
I mean, right there, and she could have just stared up into the camera and be like, "Hey, you want to see his kiss? All right."
But I mean, it's fuck. No, I never agreed with it. I think it was something that needed to happen. It was kind of like there was a weird fandom around it, and it's like, why the fuck do you want this?
That's the last thing I wanted.
I thought she was gonna end up with like Finn or hell even Poe, and then but fuck no, just last second worst enemies just start making out, and it's like this is like if Darth Vader kissed Luke Skywalker, and I'm talking this is before you find out that's his father. That just wouldn't make any fucking sense, right? And it'd be a lot weirder too. Just looking at it, there's this grizzled old man.
That I forgot her name, but from Force Awakens, the stormtrooper girl.
Oh, Phasma kissed Finn. There was people shipping that. I don't fucking get it, man. I mean, they put it in there.
It's like as if
it could have been cut out. Yeah, exactly. That wouldn't make any fucking sense. It just would have happened. And it's like, well, it didn't serve. Like, you could cut that out of the movie and nothing would change. Other than that, like, my controller, like this. It's like everybody was starting to fucking clap, but at this point, I was like, well, do I clap? I don't want to, but do I?
What time did you see the movie?
I saw it at like 6:30, IMAX, AMC.
I saw it at 8.
Yeah.
IMAX original.
So
yeah,
we saw about 2 hours apart.
If I looked tired at school today, probably because I didn't fall asleep till 1 a.m.
Oh. Huh. Also, if you go on GTA Online right now, Jake, the whole map is snowed over.
Oh, that's cool. I like when it's snowed.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never seen this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wish it did this in campaign, but hey.
It does. You just go to direct but or you can go to Ludendorff or whatever.
You can't go to Ludendorff anymore, but alright, we're off topic. Alright, so anyway.
What do you think of the start of the third act with Luke?
I liked it. He was redeemed, I feel like. It was no longer, I want to die. I hate Jedi.
I don't like how he had long hair, though.
Yeah, that looked a little ridiculous. It's like...
It was like looking at Finn Wolfhard in Chapter 2. Like, it just looks so bad.
I mean, I'm glad he came back, though, and I'm glad he was redeemed. I don't know if you noticed this, but in the beginning of the movie, there's a the alien guy they talk about the spy. That's Mark Hamill using his Joker voice with this guy. I pointed that out, and I was like, oh shit. It was the guy that informed them about the spy.
I'm trying to remember.
That was Mark Hamill using the voice of the Joker.
The guy informed them about... Oh! Oh, this... because the spy revealed himself and he gets shot.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, Hux. It wasn't Hux, but it was guy that told him about him. And honestly, I'm glad Hux was the spy because I fucking hate Hux. I'm glad he got shot in the face. Most satisfying part of the movie right there. Good, him just getting gunned down without any fanfare. I fucking laughed my ass off. I mean, it was funny. I like the guy they replaced him with. What the fuck was his name?
I don't even think it revealed his name.
No, I know he has a name because that's what they like. They revealed it in like previews and shit. I don't remember what it was.
Isn't it like a commander instead of a general?
I don't remember. It was like.
I remember like commander something.
Let me look it up. But I liked him. I mean, he was a good character.
I like Hux better though. I don't know.
I mean, Hux was okay. He would have been okay if he wasn't such a whiny bitch.
I like how he revealed himself to be the spy though. I really like
that. Made sense.
No one else could be it except for him.
Oh, General Pride. That's his name.
Oh, General Pride.
Alright, yeah. I don't think they ever mentioned that in the movie. But that's who he was. And he was a good character, in my opinion. I thought the part where he died was kind of funny too. I mean, he just runs.
He walks to the start of it and he gets blown up.
It's so fucking funny. I mean, that was hilarious.
I was like, holy shit. I really like the part of the end of it where Poe tries to ask the Spice Runner girl on a date or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I thought she would have been a lot more important because I saw like I've seen her in a lot more. You know, they have a Black Series figure of her. They have.
I might get that. She's a really cool character.
I'm probably gonna get it because I mean it looks cool. She was interesting. I mean I wouldn't mind seeing her get her own Disney Plus series or whatever.
Yeah, with Poe, and it's talking about the spice.
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind seeing that. Cause she was an interesting character, you know. Even though she didn't do jack shit. And I thought, like, I think she's on a poster of the movie, I don't remember which one. And they even had her in interviews and shit, and I was like, oh, she must be, like, a big part of this movie. And so I thought with the girl that Lando talks to at the end, I thought she was going to be a lot more important. She doesn't show up till the third act, and then she appears randomly, and then she's with Finn at the end of the third act, and then she's with Lando at the end of the end of the movie. So, you know, it's like, okay.
Lando's a great character in this one.
I liked him, yeah. Again, he was underused. Another character that was underused, I feel like. He showed up at the beginning, middle, and in the end.
Like, as much as the previews...
I'm glad he didn't die, though. I mean, thank God they didn't kill Lando.
Yeah, he's kind of one of those, like, old-timers that just needs to die.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't kill him.
I think it could be revealed that Lando's actually just a resurrected version of Mace Windu.
Oh my fucking God.
That would be so funny, dude. It's like he's trying to tell Rey, and he's like, no, I was a Jedi once. They called me Mace Windu. I had a purple ass white suit.
Yeah, fuck. But, I mean, Lando was a good inclusion. I'd rather him be in this movie than him not be in it. So...
I think they're bringing back a lot of the old people from the movies in this sequel.
Yeah.
And I think they're using them to their advantage when they should just be using more original characters.
Yeah, keep them as, you know, side characters. Don't make them too important. Cause it's like
Leia. I don't think she should be that much of a main character. I think she should be on the side.
Speaking of Leia, I honestly, that scene where she died, though, that was kind of emotional. I mean, we all knew it was gonna happen. But
Yeah.
alright, one second, I got this call. Hello, Mike, how's it going?
Hello, this is Lisa calling you from Chase Bank.
I don't like robots, mate.
You hang up.
Yeah, I just hang up on them randomly. Like one time, today I was talking to this guy, and I told him I already have a job, and I am a president at McDonald's. I told him, and he was like speechless, and then I hung up. I don't know. He probably thought I was joking.
That's so stupid. Where'd you come up with that?
Oh, just off the top of my head while I was talking, I'm like, okay, I gotta have this guy sound like he's really successful. More than this guy could ever be. And I was like, oh, President of McDonald's, maybe I'll do that.
I'm actually the Vice President of the United States of America.
He probably doesn't know who Mike Penis is. Alright, but, alright, I gotta get to my biggest gripe of this movie. It's been in the back of my head for this entire time. Chewie. Alright, so...
Oh god, that's so bad.
I hope this ends up being a meme. It was Rey and Kylo fight in the beginning of the movie. And... block this, transport ship that Chewie was in. And then... they all think Chewie died. So they're all in there crying, you know, even the audience is crying. I'm shedding like a little tear. And it cuts to the next scene and Chewbacca's completely fine. And they find out like, oh, we must have just destroyed another blockade runner. Huh. I guess we didn't have to give a shit about these people we mercilessly killed. Unless they're racist and it was another Wookiee. Oh, who knows.
Another thing is, I hate how Rey knows everything in this movie.
Yeah.
It's like the Force is Albert Einstein.
They made her too overpowered in all these movies.
Yeah, and then she runs off and does things by herself like every single minute of the movie. It's
the first movie she shouldn't Kylo Ren's ass. The second movie she's treated like a god. And in this movie she knows everything. Except we finally start to see, like, she's no longer really a Mary Sue in this movie, thank fucking God. Whenever we find out she's Palpatine's granddaughter. So, I mean, okay. And also
another thing, oh yeah, there is no big loss in any of these movies, really. Because at the end, you know how obviously the end of Empire, find out Darth Vader's Luke's father.
Yeah.
There has to be a movie where the Empire wins. None of these movies have a moment where the Empire wins the Empire.
Well, episode 3.
What do you mean?
Revenge of the Sith, they won.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about these sequels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Last
They're
Jedi, they should have fucking won this.
These sequels are too predictable.
I agree. I mean, it was a very predictable movie. And maybe this is just because I heard a bunch of plot leaks, and it was basically taking pieces from each plot leak I've heard. And, I mean, not all of it was from one plot leak, though, so, I mean... I don't know. Again, that whole Chewbacca thing was unpredictable. But, I mean... it was just... that was fucking stupid. Like, whoever came up with that idea, I feel like that was, again, just a last-second thing, because they're like, oh, yeah, Chewbacca's popular.
It kind of seems like a Ryan Johnson thing to do. He's like, before he gives it to J.J. Abrams, he's like, I will see you unless you make sure Chewbacca gets a fake death
then
and
comes back.
survives.
It's like, I mean, whatever. The whole C-3PO thing was also really funny.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the best parts.
Yeah, like C-3PO was like, oh yeah, Babu Frick, he's one of my oldest friends.
That's the C-3PO like the mold stuff again.
Yeah,
in the movie.
I agree, and I mean, I like that they treated him as a comic relief instead of actually making him like serious.
Out of every single movie we've gotten in the past 20 years of Star Wars, this is the most like the original trilogy.
Yeah, I'd say
I
so.
think we can say.
It feels like it. I mean, it's got similar characters. It's emotional. It's good.
You actually somewhat care about the characters, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I to an extent gave a shit about Rey. I cared about Finn. I definitely cared about Chewie, but that's an original trilogy character.
Yes, that doesn't count.
I mean,
I kind of cared about Han, but he kind of.
he was in the movie for
he
10
was-
seconds. Let's get to that. Did we already talk about that?
I cared about Han in Force Awakens, not in any
Yeah, I did too. But, I mean, it's only because it was fucking Han Solo. I mean, Han was probably the best interpretation of an original trilogy character in the sequel trilogy. But mostly because he actually felt like himself. He was entertaining, and also, I mean, he had a good death, I think.
But it was very predictable.
Oh yeah, once he walks onto that step, you know he's dead.
I thought he was gonna get force choked though, honestly, or force pushed off it.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but what Kylo Ren says right when he's about to throw the lightsaber off the wreckage of the Death Star, he says the same thing as what he said right before he killed Han Solo.
What did he say?
It's mimicking the scene. It's like, I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And he's like, yeah, and Han's like, yes you do, or whatever. And Han puts his hand on his face, and that's typically where Han is killed. But this is, where Ben yeets the lightsaber, which he shouldn't have fucking done. What he should have done is made it his own lightsaber, as he went there with just a gun and thought he could take on the Emperor. And also, I think the Knights of Ren fighting him was bullshit, as those are his guys. They should be on his side. But,
Yeah.
I mean, because they worship him. They don't worship the Emperor. They don't worship the First Order. They're on his side. He is their leader. They should do his commands.
Motherfucker, dude, I'm so close to being this level.
What game are you playing?
I was playing Cluster Truck, but I was playing the hardest level in the game, and I was like inches away from beating it.
But, I mean, I guess we should get to the ending.
Are you on Tatooine?
Yeah. So, I liked it. It wasn't like how Kevin Smith described it. But again, Kevin Smith is completely fucking outlandish when it comes to anything Star Wars. Like, whatever he said was about whenever he went to the set of the movie, he was like, "Oh, geez, what is this? This is so," and he said he described it as so mind-boggling, it was crazy. And he talked to JJ about it, and he was like, "Oh, that's the final shot of the movie." I was like, "I'm sorry, but my mind wasn't boggled." It was like, "Oh, that's cool." It was kind of predictable, though.
By the way, the trailers and the previews all describe the movie to be like a whole, like a snowy type movie.
Yeah,
Right?
kinda.
And that was like the absolute opposite, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mostly takes place in space, I'd say.
Or that one planet that the heroes are on.
Oh yeah, it's like the unknown planet.
I forgot what it was fucking called because it was they just put a map of it in Battlefront 2. Agent Kloss, I think that was what it was called. And like they refused to reveal the name of it. People got early access to it. That map just came out today. And I don't know why, because it was no spoilers or anything. It wasn't like they didn't even ever say the name of the movie, so it was like they were saying on the community transmissions, which is basically like their update video, that they didn't want to ruin it for spoiler reasons. Yet, I mean, there's no spoiler around it. So it would have been more if it was like Yavin or Endor, which they did, I mean, go to Endor, but that was for the, you know, water battle or whatever. Which was probably my favorite lightsaber fight in the movie, but I'm just saying I kind of wish the Emperor had a lightsaber. I mean, I know a lot of people would disagree with me, and that's fine. In the original trilogy, the Emperor didn't have a lightsaber. Man, that guy was one hell of a beast.
Wait, what'd you say the Sith planet's name was?
Exegol.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That would have been one hell of a Battlefront map, if you ask me. I mean, they could have had a starship, you know, battle, thing. They could have had, you know, nice heroes versus villains map, I think. Hell, they could have even put out a, skin for the Emperor from this movie. And that would have been cool. But they didn't. And I'm not gonna rant about Battlefront 2, as that game is not what we're reviewing. And Jake has never played it. He's watched me play it, but he's never played it, so I'm not gonna.
Here's one of my favorite parts about the movie. When Rey gives Kylo the lightsaber through the Force. I think
okay, that was pretty cool. I liked that, how they set that up. It was a cool scene. I also liked how, was it the Vader helmet that popped through the, Force or something? And Kylo's like, oh, so that's where you are.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of a cool moment. But yeah, that lightsaber fight was pretty cool.
Again, Chewie's fake death.
That was so really fucking cool. Funny. It was sad, too. And that's pretty much foreshadowing it to her being Palpatine's granddaughter.
Yeah.
And I remember me being with my dad, and I told him, called it, as he was telling me, he's like, oh, that's Skywalker's daughter 100%. And I was like, no, it's gotta be the Emperor's daughter, because one, I heard that in a lot of plot leaks, which, again, doesn't mean anything, and this movie wasn't just 100% a plot leak that I heard, like Far From Home. And that Far From Home plot leak wasn't very good, and then I saw the movie, and it wasn't that bad. But, and I guess it was kind of the same thing here, like the Han Solo thing was in the plot leak. I can't remember what else. But in that plot leak, like, whole, Anakin came back and...
double lightsaber Rey thing was a plot leak.
Yeah, I think it was, and I fucking knew that from the moment it was revealed that that was just going to be a quick little vision. I knew that, because it was like, nobody's gonna... I mean, why in the hell would you think that she's gonna turn to the dark side in this movie?
Yeah.
It's literally meant to trick you. Yeah, I think so. It's just, I don't fucking get that. That scene was, again, a 10-second moment. It was cool. It was a cool scene. But it didn't mean anything, and I thought it was actually going to be a full-on lightsaber fight. I didn't think it was going to be like a 10-second, you know, like, she dodges the attack, and that's it. I just didn't like that. I thought maybe it would have been like a clone that Palpatine would use in like a fight or something.
They could have used that to be like Kylo Ren, and she thinks it's a vision, and then he like slashes her arm. She's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I thought that moment where they were fighting inside the Emperor's throne room. I'm talking the Death Star 2's Emperor throne room, by the way. That he was gonna cut her hand off. And it looked like he was about to, but he didn't, because he was a fucking pansy. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't fucking know.
Well, it's because he didn't want her dead, though.
Yeah, exactly. And he had feelings for her. And it's like all that shit. And it's, I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm not a fan of that relationship, and I'm glad it only lasted 10 seconds. Because, I mean, you could have cut that out of the movie, and I probably would have been, I wouldn't have to rant about it, would I? So.
And also, I'd be like, I wouldn't even notice that would have happened.
No, I wouldn't at all, other than him being all grabby with her corpse. I was like, what the hell is happening? I mean, that was kind of fucking weird. He's like, is he trying to rape a dead body?
I think Adam Driver's kind of taking advantage of that moment.
Yeah, I think I would. I think he was. I mean, wouldn't we all? But it's like,
yeah.
But the guy kind of got really pervy in that scene. I don't know if that was in the script or if that's what his doing was, or what.
Yeah, also, Ray just gets brought back to life from the Force, and her instantly, what she's thinking is to kiss her.
I don't know why.
What if it was like?
And also to explain that whole healing thing, that's something Baby Yoda did in the newest Mandalorian episode. So.
What if it was Palpatine that brought her back to life?
Yeah, she wouldn't kiss him.
She just kisses his grandfather.
Because fucking disgusting. But hey, Star Wars has had incest before, so I mean, it's not like it would have been a shocker or anything. But I mean, still, it would have been fucking gross. And also, who the hell would kiss Palpatine? I mean, whoever Palpatine had a kid with, I guess. Which I have a few theories about, but I think I know who it is. As she can be spotted in Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones. And it's that bald chick who's next to him at whenever he becomes Emperor in Revenge of the Sith. I think that's
probably
her.
rape, to be honest.
Oh my fucking god, yeah, it might be. But why do you think she was next to him? I feel like that's his wife, and that was never mentioned. And I feel like that's who the mother was. She probably has a name out there. Hell, even the guy on Cloud City and Empire Strikes Back running around with an ice cream machine has a fucking name and an action figure. So I mean, of course, she probably has a name too. But I don't know it. Call me an expert all you want, but I don't fucking know that shit.
Oh, I think I know what it is. Here, wait. I don't.
Boring game history is that's not what this is. It's kind of just me messing around in the game and being boring. I mean, it's a solid movie. I'm just gonna say that.
I don't think Emperor Palpatine had a wife, though.
If so, I don't know who the fuck he had that kid with.
I mean, it could have been rape on Padme.
Oh god, no, don't fucking say that. That's fucking disgusting. I mean, actually, to mind-boggle your head a little bit more, technically Palpatine, and this was a deleted scene, but I think it's canon, because it was in a comic book, and Palpatine is technically Anakin's father because he manipulated the midichlorians in Anakin's mother's body to create Anakin. So, technically, Rey is a Skywalker.
Yeah.
So technically she wasn't stealing the name. Yeah, she didn't know of this, but she isn't stealing the name.
That Rey kissed her cousin?
Well, because I think they were thinking that that wasn't canon. And also, Palpatine never slept with Anakin's mother. Not that we know of. So, technically...
I mean, he could have pulled a Chucky and just in a cup.
I mean, you never fucking know. But, I mean, I like to think of that. Oh, that she kissed her cousin. But again, kiss and Empire Strikes Back, and that scene's really uncomfortable watching it after you already know their relation. It's... I mean, it's pretty disgusting. I don't know, except that kind of felt with merit. Again, like, that felt kind of like... That wasn't too bad, I guess, because, I mean, they didn't know of it, and also these two actually seemed like they liked each other. Like, you can actually tell. Like this, if they cut it out of the movie, it would make no difference. I guess there wouldn't either. But I feel like it makes a little sense in the originals. You know, but still, it didn't make any damn sense. It's still gross looking at it. It's...
Looking at what?
Just thinking back at that scene.
Oh, wow.
I mean, back in 1980, it wasn't disgusting. Unless you were like 5. But... But, I don't know. I mean... Whatever. I mean, that scene was really... I mean, the whole Reylo scene was just there for fan service, and... Oh, I'm gonna bring up this scene, because this is probably my favorite part of the movie. I think you know what I'm talking about, right? You might not. The scene where Maz gives Chewie the medal.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fucking awesome. Chewie finally gets his medal. And I remember clapping in the theater. Like, finally. Even though I think Chewie did more in A New Hope, but he still deserved the medal. And he finally got one 40 years later. I mean, that's what you call fan service right there. So, anyway, I think we're done here. Thank you guys for watching. It was a good movie. Go see. This is probably Awakens. So, an open mind here, and I think you'll like it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Bye.